What's up, guys? Welcome to the 18th episode of Wolf Talk. If you guys are new to the podcast, here I sit down and talk to other creatives, specifically music video directors, anyone who edits music videos, shoots music videos, videographers, really anyone in the creative field. And today I have 806 Nick on. What's up, man?
What's up? A bit of a commute out here to...
Bit of a commute. He made it all the way out to
the unknown location. The unknown
undisclosed location of Infinite Rhythm Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're posted up here. But yeah, man, what have you been up to?
Just got back from LA. I was down there for 4 days, or actually 3 days, just shooting for some artists. I actually went down to LA with you like a year ago.
I know. When was that? What time was that? It was around like the 10th, right?
Yeah, I think so. And we went down there for that Young Pinch and the Du Bois video.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. But yeah, that was sick. Who are you shooting for down in LA?
I got some videos with Burberry Shorty and Lil Candy Paint. It's good to I feel like it's good to work with talent from different locations because sometimes I feel like you can get trapped in the Bay, and it's good to just to travel around because like it's good to get different styles. I feel like
exactly, yeah. And I talked about that recently. That was like one of the main topics I brought up with Adrian Purr is like that term where people say get trapped in the Bay Area.
Oh, Baymus, when you get Baymus.
I haven't heard Baymus, but no, that's pretty good. Adrian Purr is definitely Baymus, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. He's in LA pretty frequently. I would say.
No, I know, but I think he did get Baymus.
I would say though, like a lot of people do. I feel like leave the Bay Area and just switch up and just go to LA and just act like they don't.
Well,
act like they're not from the Bay Area. So that's
true.
Fake shit.
I feel like as well. I like what Adrian Purr said. I personally feel like people like complain too much and want to blame it on the Bay Area when they're not working hard enough.
Exactly.
They're like, "Oh, the Bay doesn't support me. We need to like that stupid meme with like Atlanta rappers, Bay Area rappers. No one's helping each other, and like it's the same thing."
I would say actually the Bay Area is one of the more supportive communities because when I first started shooting music videos, I had no connections or anything. Like when I first started actually shooting, I was just with my friends. I used to make beats, so I just would produce for some friends, and I literally I met actually Pimp Tobi. I met him at a party when I was like a sophomore, and it was like I feel like in the Bay Area like everything's just so like close knit that like I feel like honestly like if I were in like a bigger city, like if I were in New York or something, like, trying to figure out like a way in would be a lot harder because I feel like there's a lot of independent.
Yeah, and then another thing that Adrian said as well is before you make the move to LA or do something like that, you need to exhaust all your resources and do everything you can out here before you move to LA because LA is where all the big dogs are, and you're not with
big dogs.
You're not with the Adrian Purrs or anyone like that anymore. You're with like Colin Tilley, Myco, all those big ass directors.
Exactly. Well, Colin Tilley's from Berkeley.
He's located in the Bay now. LA now. You know, that's where he resides. I mean,
yeah, true.
For filming his big videos. But yeah, sick. So let's go back to the beginning, the origin story of 806 Nick. How did you start? What were you do? Did you ever do any video stuff as a child? Or
yeah, so
you grew up in Berkeley, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Berkeley. So I always loved movies. Like my dad is actually he used to be a film publicist for like documentaries and like independent stuff. So just growing up in Berkeley, I always watched a ton of movies, but and I always loved rap shit, of course. Like, just being from the Bay, it's impossible. You can't really avoid the music here. So I originally just took it out from a music point of view, and my friends, I made beats for them. And then one day, my friend was like, you should probably, like, if you like movies so much, you should probably just make us a music video. Yeah. And at the time, I was doing photography, actually. And I think it's good for directors to do photography as well. I think, like, on the side, or if you're just looking for a way in before you maybe have all the equipment to shoot a video or something, or if you're like too scared, just starting with photography just to get the basics of like how a camera works.
Yeah,
was like useful. And then I shot a video and it was pretty trash. I shot it on like a Nikon, like D3200. Not a good video camera.
How old were you at that point?
I was like, I was probably like 14, 15, not that old.
Okay.
So I was like end of freshman year of high school. Yeah, and then I actually worked at a really shitty arcade called Playland. It's not a shitty arcade. It's actually a great place. But it was not the best job, it was what I would say. Because, I was making like minimum wage, like a bunch of screaming kids. But then I saved up enough money to get a camera. And I got like the Sony that I have now.
Okay, you have the Sony A7 I, right?
The A7S.
Okay, A7S, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good camera.
Sick. Yeah. Tight. And then what was one of the first artists that you started working with from there when you decided you kind of want to do video? So you kind of transition making beats from friends, and then one of your friends made the correlation like, hey, you do.
Yeah,
you like
Ron the
movies?
God. Shout out Ron the God. We shot a video in LA too. It's gonna come soon.
Okay, sick. And then that was one of the first videos you shot?
Yeah, first video I ever did. I don't know if I want to say the name because people might look it up and then realize that I'm not actually talented. But it's
That's your first video, man.
No, I'm kidding.
First video can't be straight fire. My first video is trash, bro.
Oh yeah, you showed it to me.
My
Yeah,
first video's on a 20. I'm clipping hella bad.
okay.
My first video's on a 24 millimeter too.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I mean, your first video, if your first video is super good, like, then it's not really your first video. That you're just lying.
Yeah, you're just lying. I mean, my first music video was my first music video with an actual artist. Like I've done like stupid little high school music videos and stuff, but I don't know if that really counts.
Yeah, and I would also say it's okay for your early stuff to be not that good. Like everyone's early stuff isn't that good, and it's also
No, it takes a long time.
it's also like progression. I think it's still like
Yeah.
everyone's still in progress. Like you're still improving, I'm still improving. Like everyone is still like, as much as people like to act like all the directors know what they're doing, like everyone is still like learning new stuff. Like no matter how old you are.
So when you did that first video, it was for free, right? You were just doing it for the homie?
I did it for the homie.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And what was that first shoot like? How'd it go? Give me some details about that.
I don't know. We just ran around Berkeley and
Yeah.
and just filmed random shit. Honestly, it wasn't like anything too unique. I would say I started learning more once I got my Sony. I started shooting for like a lot of Berkeley artists. Like Grayso was one of the first Berkeley artists I shot for, and then through him I met Toby. And me and him still shoot quite a lot of stuff right now. And he actually was one of the first artists I think who was like pretty like, I guess, on or whatever. Like they actually like showed me like some respect and like tried to push my videos out there to people.
Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely, yeah. And I saw you grow a lot within those years of working with Toby and other artists like that.
Definitely. I remember I first actually met you because I DM'd you. I don't even remember what video I DM'd you.
It was, from my videos?
No, I DM'd you. I think I DM'd you. I'm going to try to, I don't know if it'll still
be
saved.
That's like 95% of Wolf Talk is I scroll up on DMs. But I'll do it. You keep talking.
So I DM'd you. You can probably find the original DM. What did I say?
All right. September 25th, 2000.
I'll read it.
No.
I'll read it.
Oh, yeah, read it in your voice.
Hey, I love your work. You really inspired me. This was like a year ago, so I wasn't really shit. It's okay. I said, hey, I love your work. You really inspired me. I'm in the Bay too. If you need any help on any shoots, I'd love to help. And this is an important point. It's good to reach out to people if you wanna learn and you wanna get better. There's no way you can know everything. So it's good to reach out to people, I think.
Thanks.
So I sent you
sent me some work.
Yeah,
that's one thing people don't do. Too. Everyone asked me to come help. But nobody sends me work, and this stood out. And then his work when I actually played it.
It was a NBA YoungBoy recap that I shot, and then he said, "Damn, I need some help. Sick work, man. Fire emoji." Woo! So that's how, because I came with the fire. That's how I got the connection. Because I didn't send him some boof shit. So then he said. So then from there we met up I started helping out on some shoots.
Yeah, I had
we went down to LA.
Video for Leezy DM. And he won my video contest. Oh, I turned myself way down. I suck with levels, bro.
It's all good.
Oh, shit. I turned you up hella loud. Yep. Check. All right, cool. Oh, shit. Now I'm hella loud. So I shot that free video, and then you came out and helped. You shot some BTS. And, yeah, we just kind of kicked it. And then we linked up later on. I don't know if we linked up on another video before that, or you just came straight to L.A. with that Young Pimp shoot.
Yeah, I think we just went to L.A. It was kind of funny because I had to, like, tired to talk to my mom. Yeah, I had to convince him.
You met your mom.
He was safe.
And then we went down to L.A.
It was cool. Then we came back into the King Rod video too.
Yeah, that was a crazy shoot.
A tip in L.A. We shot for Young Pinch. I remember
So it was like, we drove all the way down to L.A. at night. We got to Huntington Beach around like 11. And then
we tried to find a Pizza Hut and ended up going to Target.
I went to the Pizza Hut
inside the Target.
That didn't work out well. And then the next day we shot Young Pinch. We literally we went to the spot where he just told me to film right there on Main Street, so I had to find somewhere. And then we found like a little spot, and then we literally knocked that shot out in like a half hour.
Yeah.
And then King Rod literally hit me up and said, "Hey, like, I want to do a video. My project accidentally dropped." He told me a few nights ago, but then we weren't able to do it. So we mobbed out all the way back to Vallejo.
Back to Vallejo, yeah.
Didn't stop for like food or anything.
It's important. You gotta work hard. Like, I mean,
and that King Rod video, hella, I don't know what it actually correlated to or like linked to, but it definitely.
It was when
me.
the VHS effect was getting really hot.
It was when
we were using.
I went straight
I
VHS.
think I'm not gonna like say anything. But I think
taking credit for the
me,
VHS
in the
effect?
Bay Area, we're the pioneers of VHS.
All right,
no,
I'll
I'm
take
kidding. I'm kidding. I think there's been some really good. I've seen your VHS work was in that Colin Taylor video.
What Colin? Oh, you
Or-
mean the David Camarena
No, David
video?
Camarena video.
Yeah, that
Just
was
cut
so
that part out,
cool
just-
because I've been watching.
I seen your VHS was in the David Camarena video.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty for the Tiger video.
that was so sick shooting VHS footage for. I know I haven't.
So
been
you
able to
put
talk
how'd you
about
get the filter on the GH? You just put the.
No, I brought my
kidding,
VHS camera.
I'm kidding.
So like,
no, you got the VHS.
That was crazy how I even got on that set. Like, I put in hella work to get on that.
Yeah,
set.
but that's you got to put in work. Like I think
it was
I
sick,
think
bro.
film
it was
film
so
isn't
happy.
something where you can really not work in. Like
Yeah,
a lot of the times, like I always have a ton of. I feel like for me, I don't know. It can almost be hard because like I don't know if do you know who Adam is? Adam KG. He shoots. He's in high school too. He shoots like some videos. He was
sounds really
he was
familiar.
at the IAMSU video. He did the recap for the IAMSU shoot at Schmupp House.
Okay, yeah.
We like me and him.
the guy
were,
with the drone.
yeah. No, that was Gavin. No, he did. He just did YB and Nikki's last video. He does like a lot of little booby stuff. Whatever. But he's another high school videographer.
Mhm.
He's like a close friend of mine. He helped out on the IAMSU. He was at the Schmupp House shoot.
Yeah.
He did the recap. And he works with Sean a lot.
Okay. Cool.
He shot like Sean's last two videos.
Gotcha.
He like we were
Oh
talking.
yeah. I know who he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that last Sean video was hella cool.
Yeah,
The
he
editing-
has a very unique style.
The editing was sick.
Like but we were talking about like as high schoolers because I'm only a senior in high school. I'm 17.
Yeah.
My birthday is next Wednesday actually. You can give me the lens cap if you want.
What? You need a lens cap?
You said you give me a lens cap for Christmas and then you never did.
Damn. All right, I'll get you a lens cap.
But like as a high schooler doing video stuff, like a lot of times the hours that you work are gonna be like Friday nights, Saturday nights when
Yeah.
everyone else is like partying or whatever, and it's like a lot of times like you have to just like it's not really like necessarily the most easy like I guess like you could just have a job where you would just work regular hours,
Facts.
and it's like especially in high school you can maybe miss out on a lot of stuff, but it's like it's also just like to be able to do like stuff that is impressive, you have to do what other people aren't doing, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a sacrifice, but I
But
mean,
it's fun too. It's like
No, it is
I
fun.
find it more fun, honestly, to have like a completed video that I'm proud of than I would to like have just gone to a party or something.
Yeah, exactly. Something that you could show for, and it's also cool making money from it when
Mhm.
you get to that point.
Money too. Money is
cool.
money is nice. It is nice when you get money too.
When you get paid.
Especially it pays a lot better than any job. I
Yeah, it
think,
pays a lot better
for
than.
minimum wage. But
yeah.
it's also
And
a
that's the
lot
thing
more
t-
work though than a lot of other jobs because it's not like my job never really stops. Like I'm always on my phone DMing
Exactly.
someone,
Yeah.
talking to a client, planning a shoot. When I go home after school, like I actually, I'm not trying to flex, but I sold my Xbox when I really got into videos.
Yeah.
Because
No, I think
I
that's-
couldn't. I knew that I had to I had to start editing more, and I just kept like.
There's a lot of
playing.
people who won't sell their Xboxes.
Nah,
I mean,
'cause
I'm not talking crap.
You don't
about
have
people
to.
who play
Nah, I
Xbox.
love Xbox,
but-
and I still am on that shit. I'm still on Fortnite. I'm still
Yeah.
on 2K, and I'll still whoop anyone's ass who's listening to this stream. But I had to sell it to get.
Yeah. No, I think that's important. It's especially find out what's gonna especially being in school. You really have to manage your
Mhm,
time,
and it's occupied too.
especially with homework. And whatnot.
It's hard because I'm a good student too. I have a 4.2 GPA right now.
Mhm.
I'm in like 3 AP classes, and it's hard because sometimes I'll be out at shoots. Like you've been with me at shoots, like where I'm out. It's like a Wednesday, and I'll have to be
Yeah.
out to like Vallejo or something to like 12 p.m.
Mhm.
and then go home and like you have to go to school the next day. But it's honestly like it's not that hard. Like you can
Yeah.
handle it. As long as I feel like as long as you just as long as you see results, I feel like that motivates me at least.
Mhm. And so yeah, what do you think? What are some other challenges of being in high school and being a?
I mean, I
music
think
video director?
challenges there's some challenges. I think school is the main one.
Yeah.
I think also I think it's like time management too, because like you have a lot of like college applications and a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff. But I think there's also a bunch of benefits, like compared to like, because like it is impressive to like, to like be able to do like, I guess something that you can like support yourself with forever, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like to have something, because I think it's really like, I don't even see it as a job a lot of the time. Like I feel like a lot of directors, like there is money to it and you can get focused on the money, and I don't know. One benefit of being a high schooler is I still live with my parents. I don't have to like pay a lot of my bills. Like
So if you do a free video, you're
so
really
if I
not
do
sweating.
so and if I get paid, it's like if I get paid like money for a shoot, like it's
hell
like
yeah.
I'm like
It's like a bonus almost.
it's like it's not really a bonus, because I do expect payment like of some sort. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like I don't know. I would say that there has to be some sort of payment, like, but a lot of the times I have done like a lot of free shoots, like just to try to put myself on. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I think it's like a lot of people think they're too good to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, and you can.
But I feel like as a high school student, it's definitely, I mean, even at my level or anyone else's, even talking to Adrian Purr, he still does free videos.
Yeah.
But definitely at, like, if you're trying to make this your job as a high school student, definitely it's a lot easier to take a free video than it as, or to work for free than as it is like when you're older and trying to support yourself.
Exactly, yeah. And I also think it's like a lot of the times like people can get so stuck up on like, I have done a lot of free shoots where I know that if I probably asked to be paid how much I usually charge for most music videos, like the artist probably wouldn't have done it, like, because like the rate that I charge most people is like would probably be like been too steep, and the video probably wouldn't have happened if I really just stuck with like, if I held on to my pride, I guess. But like a lot of the times, like especially if you're just starting, like you can't really like expect, like the only artists who will really like you want to work with might not be willing to like, and it's a hard reality.
That $150 or whatever you're charging, $300, $400.
Yeah, exactly, because when you first start
is not not even close to being worth.
Yeah, because when I first started shooting, too, I was I charged like, I know people are gonna be. Probably shouldn't say how much I charged when I first started, because people are gonna be upset when I charge them more now. But like when I first started, I would be willing to do like $50, $100 shoots.
Yeah,
like
no, same. I was doing 100,
yeah,
150, free.
and just to try to get my name out there, because like then that's why I can charge now. Like I can say like I've done a video with IAMSU, I have a video with Lul G, I have a video with like all these people. Like I have X amount of videos on World Star. I have like X million, like I think I'm at like 6 or 7 million views now or something like that. Like, and it's like most, like if I didn't do free videos, I could probably say that I had maybe have like 1 or 2 million views. Like,
yeah, and so, and honestly, those, what's it called? Once you do a free video for those people, those connections are invaluable. Like, are you gonna really trip about $300, $400, or are you just gonna rock with this person, and then that $400 could later turn into like $50,000 budgets in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know.
Because, like, for example, like one of the people I'd say with,
especially if you kill it.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with some of my videos, like I feel like some artists that I've actually worked with, like, and have done free work with, like, or like cheap, like discounted work, like heavily discounted work, like for example, or just like people that I've just worked with that I love, like. I've seen them succeed as I've worked with them, and like the benefits, like for example, like Rabioso just took me to the Empire Christmas party, like because he's just recently signed to Empire, and it was like super, like that just blew my mind, because it was a Wednesday, it was like a school night, and he's like, what are you doing tonight? And I was like homework.
I saw that. You're like probably the youngest person.
I was. They tried to. This is a funny story. So I was there with my brother Toby, and we I pulled up there. I barred it there because the whip's in progress. I'm saving up some shoot money right now. Yeah. But so I got there. I was at the front, and Rob put my name on the list. But I was there, and I saw Toby. He was there with Cool John in the front, and of course, like I knew all of them because like I've known Toby since I was a sophomore. So we're like, of course, gonna try to get in. And he was there because he recently got a distribution deal with them too. I don't know if I can be saying this stuff, but
I could cut it out. If you want.
No, it's probably fine. But he like they wouldn't let him in basically because he was underage. Because he's 18, he's an adult. Actually, well, he just turned 19. But he he was not. Well, of course, it was actually at a club, so it was 21 and over. So
Yeah.
they wouldn't let him in, and they wouldn't let me in either, because
Uh-huh.
I'm 17. So if they're not letting an 18-year-old in, they're not letting a 17-year-old in. So
Facts.
I had to fandangle it. They said for some reason Tina, who like I guess worked with Toby at Empire, came out. It was like, you can stay for like 30 minutes, and I was like, I don't know why I couldn't just stay for 2 or 3 hours then. But
Yeah.
so I came in there. I snuck my way into like some corner. She came, like, made Toby, like, the security came and made Toby leave after like 30 minutes or whatever, but I got to stay there.
Damn, that's
So
sick.
it was cool. Sway Lee was there. Hella
I know. I saw you
people.
post the photo of Sway Lee. That was sick.
I know. I had to, but it was cool. I got a lot of connections though. I mean, I was definitely networking there. Like I think everywhere you go, like especially at something like that, like you gotta be putting your name out there, talking.
Yeah,
to
it's pretty
people.
cool.
And it's like, and if I just said like, and that's because I've done work with Rabioso, like just out of like if he didn't have the money, like doing it for free, and then that's a relationship that's built. And then if I had maybe tried to charge him like $600 or $700, and then he might not have taken me to the Empire shit. Like he probably would have.
You maybe not would have shot with you at all. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Because like a lot of times, like I feel like if an artist is a real artist, it's a real relationship, then they'll try to help you back. Like the way I got to work with IAMSU was through Southside Sue, who's another artist who I worked with. Like I gave him a lot of discounts, and just out of love, like not even because like, and that's not kind of these artists are broke. Like I'm just saying it's out of love, like. And then he gave me that video with IAMSU, and that's how I got to go to Rolling Loud and shoot with him.
Yep.
And you helped out on that shoot too. You helped out. It was the one shoot at the hookah bar with It was the first time I ever used a red camera.
Yep.
It's exciting.
It was a really dark setting to use.
It was dark. It was not a good setting. We honestly should use a Sony.
Because I
think I love red cameras.
Rob Sony looked clean on that.
But honestly, I think
video.
I think there's a lot of hype too around what camera you have, and like a lot of people would DM me like, "What camera do you have?" And like I know you went public,
I know someone
and you told everyone you have the GH5, and you tell people what camera you have, and I don't know. I kind of don't. I'll tell people what camera I have if they really really want to know. But
yeah, I mean, I don't tell artists. I don't like when artists ask me.
Oh no, I don't.
What brand camera you have? No, I literally just.
No, I don't tell artists. But I'm even if people who are like trying to get into video stuff, I feel like that's the wrong question to be asking.
No, it is. That's like asking a chef, like, what kind of oven do you have?
Well, yeah, or something. Yeah, exactly. It's like I feel like a lot of times like.
What brand hammer do you
also,
use?
I don't shoot on my videos on the same camera too. Is the one other thing, and then it's also just like, I feel like that's the wrong question to be asking, because like. In terms of the knowledge you have, like, there's a million other people who have the same cameras we have. Like,
yeah.
And I think I was watching this Cole Bennett interview where he said, like, one of the most important things to realize is, like, that the artist, like, the work that you consume and love and that you, like, is just made by people who are the same as people as you and me. And it's, like, the tools that you use, like, the cameras, like, if you get a good camera or, like, basically an okay camera, you can make anything that we make, basically, like.
Yeah.
As long as you just like can be creative with it and like apply it and use it in the right way.
Yeah, let me see if this is still up because I want to show you this. I want to see if you can guess what camera this was shot on. Because it looked, I was actually surprised.
I've seen some. Honestly, sometimes even like
it's not on.
with red footage. Like we shot the. I don't even think that was the best setting to use a red. But we shot it at the hookah bar.
Yeah, it was just dark in there.
And
we didn't have enough lights.
If we had a Sony, like it probably would have been better. Honestly, like because some of the low light was pretty.
would have been sick, and it would have been easier.
And it's okay to admit sometimes like. You don't have to just because it's a brand name, like say that it looked better all the time. Because there's of course settings where the red looks great too. Like when we later used, I later ended up using a red for this video with Quando Rondo.
Has that dropped yet?
It has not. It took me so long to edit because it kept crashing my computer. Because I have.
When you get a new computer.
It's the new computers. That's the next move for me, I think.
Okay, so it's whip and then computer?
No, I think it might be computer and then whip because the computer makes me want to kill myself. Like,
will help you. What's it called?
This is proof. I would say this is proof that your tools are not really.
I mean, I would say
don't matter because my computer is so shitty. Like I can't. I had to use GoPro proxies, like the 720p GoPro color codec to edit my video, and then I change it back to the regular color to color grade it. But for applying the effects, because it was so slow. Like, and it's like, and it's sometimes like you might not have the best equipment. You just gotta make shit work.
No, yeah, you can make like Brother. You ever watch Brother's videos? They edit on like MacBook Pros.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're some of the best music video directors.
They have
right
some
now.
of the craziest
Craziest
videos. So it
effects.
doesn't matter
Well,
what
of course
gear
they
you
do.
have,
Okay, they do
but
outsource.
there
their
comes a
VFX.
time where you're making money off this, and you shouldn't be afraid to invest. Never be afraid to invest. Don't sit there like twiddle your thumbs, because like
Exactly.
there's a time where I was afraid to buy my first camera, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I waited hella long, and I wish I would have just bought it hella quick.
Yeah, so many people I think get so hung up on gear. Like when I
Yeah.
first started shooting, I literally had a camera. I didn't have a stabilizer. I didn't have any lights.
Yeah.
And then I just started shooting, and it wasn't as good as I
You have
wanted it
light
to
stand
be.
still.
Yeah, no,
I'm
yeah.
fucking with you.
No, actually, my light stand relationship, I lose a lot of light stands.
It's good.
I think I have light stands right now, but a lot of times it's just for like the Lul G shoot. I had my homies holding the lights, Hollywood,
it's
and them.
good.
And so you gotta make it work sometimes.
Shout out Quasar. This is sponsored by Quasar.
Oh, it's sponsored by
They-
Quasar.
No, it's not sponsored. But they sent me a battery
I saw
backup.
it. Yeah.
Bro, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
to
you got
Hollywood
blessed.
those.
You
Dude,
got blessed.
super blessed with the. I'm so juiced. They sent me that Hatch had the 1 foot. That's what I used to key IAMSU under the glass
Yeah,
platform.
Quasar.
Because we used the full one, but then like it made too much glare, so we had the little 2 foot, and the battery powered sick because like you could take that shit anywhere. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's one thing I've been trying to do, is reaching out to more companies and whatnot. And if you offer them value and some type of like, it's just all about bringing them value.
Yeah,
and
because
telling-
you definitely like. I mean, people like watch your channel for like information.
like
I
that
remember
car
when
mount,
I actually
bro, that
when
car mount.
Yeah,
I have literally sold so many, like gave them so many car mounts. Like
Yeah.
everyone and their grandma, like straight up like DMs me like, hey, what car mount is that? And I'll always send it to them.
and then
so
you probably get a little referral link too.
something like that.
Yeah,
But what were you
but
about to say when you
I would also say like I think
when you found me or something?
when I first started shooting videos, when I was learning about YouTube tutorials, like when when I was learning to first shoot videos, I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials, and that's how I first found out about you. Actually, I saw you on YouTube for the tutorials,
Yeah.
and I watched some of them. And I was like, these are ass, and then I deleted it, and I swiped away. And
Just
then
put
I was like,
dislike.
I was like,
dislike,
no, I'm gonna go
dislike.
watch YC imaging. Or whatever. Actually, I liked a lot of the tutorials, and they were helpful. And who knows, maybe I'll start a tutorial channel,
Do
and
it.
then I'll
bro.
start teaching people to. No, I'm kidding.
How to
Don't
edit
worry
like
about that.
806 Nick.
No, I can't give away. That's the thing. I'm surprised. You're too nice. Like I'm not nice
I
enough
know,
to
but-
do it. Cause like YouTube tutorial people, like I don't know, like
Some of them are hella sneaky and they don't teach you anything.
No, I know they'll be like top 3 best editing tips. Like you can get into holes where you just watch a bunch of YouTube tutorial videos where it's like
You learn nothing.
you learn nothing. Like it gets to a point where it's just like some of these people are so
yeah,
clickbait. Like,
and then sometimes people like I don't know. I try and put actual useful stuff out there.
Well, what's also good about you is like you have work too. You can back it up with. And
Yeah,
a lot of the people I'll watch they'll teach you some good effects, but like the videos they actually do are like, because you can know effects, but editing isn't just effects. Like I think editing is a lot more than effects. Because if you if you spend however many hours, like if you just stay up late for like a long time and just watch a bunch of YouTube tutorials, and like you can learn basically every effect like that there is in Premiere, and you can learn every effect.
But if you don't know how to apply it,
But
into
if you
an
don't know how to
actual
like
video,
make a color, like if you don't know how to like make a palette of effects, and like I think like if you don't know how to like select the right ones to use, and like have like taste with like the ones you do, like think about the effects like while you're shooting it too, maybe. Or,
exactly.
Then knowing all these effects doesn't do anything. Like you can be like you can know every single effect.
I mean, that's why I try not to share every single thing I do because you don't have to share everything you do.
But a lot of the tips are useful. Like,
but I do try and give away some really good tips because I feel like if you give away a certain amount of your information, it pushes you to continue to think. Because one cool thing that We The Party Sean told me is he hit up Cole Bennett, and he said before, like when he was on like the squiggly stuff, like the famous X squiggly stuff, he said, hey, I want a squiggly video. Like I'll give you X amount of dollars, right? I don't remember. It's listen to the podcast. They'll say how much it was. And he said, like, no, bro, I'm already over that. And like We The Party Sean didn't understand. He's like, bro, how are you over that? That's like the coolest thing ever.
No, real shit though. That's probably, but
like he was already moving on.
But like
to
when
that,
you think about it though, if you think about it though, that's so smart because Cole Bennett could have stayed on the scribble shit, and that could have stayed on his thing, and then he probably wouldn't be where he is today. Because like
exactly, he would have just been scribbly
it's like,
guy.
and it's impressive too to turn down the money too. Like I said, because it's like if he was thinking from a purely money standpoint, he could probably just shoot 1,000 of those scribble videos the same way, and then get super fast at editing them. When it's like,
Or even just outsource, dude, and he could just go shoot a quick video, outsource. I mean, he wouldn't do that, but
of course,
I mean,
but that's why he's successful. I
Yeah.
think that's a lot of the reason. A lot of the times, when if you focus too much on just like
The
success
money,
or
yeah.
money, or like Instagram clout or something, or just like, and not just making the best work that you can.
or even the artist's clout. People get too hung up on like
what
oh,
artists they're working for.
yeah,
And it's a lot of the times like,
and if you work with someone like that's hella big, like, oh, this person has 50, like they're gonna treat you like shit.
exactly a lot
Like,
of
and it's not all the time, but it's some of the time.
no, it is a fair amount of the time though. Like it is a lot of I mean, it's okay. Like, I understand if I had 100,000,000 Instagram followers and a really nice diamond 806 Nick chain, I'd probably be a little bit more of an asshole. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of the times though, it is the smaller artists, or not even like, they don't even have to be like really small, but just like, if you just like fuck with the music and like actually get a vibe behind the video, like that's when your best work comes. I think like my best videos like come when I actually like have like a idea for the song, and I'm not just thinking about like, oh, this is the artist and I just gotta get this video done so I can get like followers and then I can get some money, and then like, because then you're never really gonna get success that way, at least. And then, or you might be like Tekashi and end up in like federal prison, like with a RICO case.
Yeah.
If you focus too much on clout.
I got deep.
Got deep.
What are we at here? 32 minutes. What would you say some advice for? I think we touched on it, but let's dive back in because we got off topic. Yeah. What advice would you say for like kids who want to start like, oh yeah, we have something else to get into too. When they want to start getting into shooting music videos in high school, what are some like tips that you would say?
I would say just start working with everyone you can, and and like don't be afraid like to be in like uncomfortable situations, or like be doing things that you might not regularly do, because it's like a lot of times I think people are just you put a lot of boundaries on yourself because of your age or whatever. But like if I just thought like, don't really think about yourself based on your age, because like, what is age? Like, what does that even mean? Like, you can be 30 and not know what you're doing. Like, if you just focus on yourself as just like a creator, like I think, and just kind of don't really focus on, I'm going to be the best director in high school. Because if you just compare yourself to other directors in high school, like, cool, you're the best director in high school, well, then you're going to graduate. And then, like, and then you're just an adult. Like, I feel like you have to see yourself more as, I don't really see myself as like a high schooler when I'm on set. I just see myself as a director. Like, when I'm I don't really like think about like that type of thing. And I think a lot of times, like, if you start treating yourself the way you want others to treat you, then it'll work. Like, if you carry yourself on set professionally and you're like open to learn, like, if I'm on set with you, I'll ask you questions about stuff. Like, like I won't also like act like I know everything if I don't. Like, I think another thing is humility too. Like, is you have to be able to like willing to understand that other people might know more than you. Like, and I think like a lot of times, like, I'll ask you questions on set or something, and it's like, if you're afraid to look dumb or something and act like you know what something is, if you don't know what's really happening, like, then you're not gonna learn. And then it's like, I think a lot of the times it's just like, just put your ego aside, like, because teenagers it's a big ego thing. Like, high school is all about like popularity and like blah 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 and like clout, and it's like, if you just put that aside and actually just focus on your work, then all the other stuff that you want will come.
Sick. So I think there's some good tips right there. What would you say? So what are the plans for after high school?
After high school, so well, it depends. I mean, I sent my last college application I sent in over winter break last week, and I said I worked intern Tyler Casey Productions in my activity section, but so hopefully, I mean, I'm aiming to get to a school in LA and go down there next year and move down there. I got into a couple schools.
And you're going for film, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for film. I know it's a lot of people don't go to film school, and I think you don't have to go to film school. But I just think, for me personally, like,
it's a personal choice.
I think it is a good personal choice.
And you have tried film type stuff.
Kinda,
you went to New York.
Yeah, I was in New York at NYU for a month. It was cool. I liked
How'd you like that
East
experience?
Coast too. It was very interesting because that was like a very different side of film. Because, mind you, I don't just want to do music videos. Like, I feel like that's another thing. Like, people think that just because you're a music video director, you just have to do music videos. But I actually do short films too, that like I don't put on my Shot Better 6 Nick page. But I'm interested in dramatic work as well. That like, and like just like all types of different narratives, like documentary work. Right now, I'm doing actually a documentary series for this organization called Community Works, which is they work for restorative justice. For a lot of people, like, you benefit a lot off the rap shit, but then you gotta also have to realize like there's effects that it has in the community. And I'm working right now to do like a video series for them. They do like they try to divert people out of the prison system to try to get them to do like to try to work with the victims of the crimes or whatever that they've done, to try to just like amend it that way. It's mostly for youth. And I'm shooting with like people. I just shot last month. I shot with someone who got out of serving a life sentence. He's served. He got in at 17. He got in at 17 and he got out at 55.
Wow.
For murder, and I was interviewing him because now he works with other youth to try to like get them to not go on the same path that he did. I think it's important too to not just shoot music videos necessarily, to try to do all types of stuff like.
Yeah.
So I think hopefully maybe
there's
down
lots
there.
of, because you might also find that music videos might not be your favorite thing.
Yeah, I mean I love music videos.
Exactly, but I mean you might like, I don't know, you never know.
I know
what
you do
actually
other
like.
stuff too. You do real
I do
estate
other stuff. I haven't been doing too much real estate. It's cool.
Real estate's pretty.
It's all right. The money's cool. That's definitely straight
cool.
money.
Real estate's just money. You can't really. I don't think anyone's like I fell in love with
I
shooting chair.
I fell in love with the empty houses.
I feel at home when I'm shooting a chair with my gimbal with a 12mm.
Yeah, 12mm.
I think that's another thing. That's I see you talking about this a lot on the podcast.
What's that?
The gimbal versus handheld debate.
Is
infinite. And I would say, on my side, I think the best is a combination of the two.
Facts. Yeah, and I feel like when starting out, don't get a gimbal because like it's so addictive. It's so addictive. Yeah. Like I would say get a tripod
because people think that a gimbal people think like gimbal slow motion equals talent, and then I've seen like a bunch of shitty videos on gimbals. Like I think when I first started, I did shoot handheld because I couldn't afford a gimbal, and then and now I use a gimbal, and a lot of times I'll catch myself. I'll go through periods like I'll be like this month like. How like did I kind of just phone it in with the gimbal? Because you can kind of just like the gimbal will make anything look pretty cool. So I think sometimes when you like switch to handheld, I think it'll just like it makes you rethink like compositions a bit more too.
Yeah. Sick. All right, let's get into some of these questions.
Yeah, some questions on here.
All right. Shot by Spence wants to know.
Oh, Shot by Spence.
How old are you?
Motherfucker, doesn't he know that? Shouldn't he know that? I feel like
I don't know.
Told him. I'm 17, about to be 18 next Wednesday.
All right,
so,
and how
birthday present?
I think he was just doing it to set up the question.
To set up.
It was a quick one. And being that young, how does it affect your schedule?
My schedule, yeah. We talked about it a bit, but I'm overbooked a lot. I don't get a lot of sleep, and I still make time to. It's not like I'm a worker. Like I still have friends and shit. I still do high school shit.
Sick.
So I think the thing is just don't be on your ass. Like, just go,
yeah, and then he kind of went to the same question. That being said, do you ever consider going to film school or launching a career?
Yeah, so I mean, I do consider going to film school. I do want to launch a career out of it. I can't really see myself doing anything else, honestly. Like,
sick.
You know, I feel like you can't get a better job, really. I don't think. And that's probably how you feel too, because you're doing this shit too.
But
you dropped out of school though.
I did drop out.
But then again, though, you kind of went to, like, I don't know. Did you really? I feel like you told me you couldn't even get some of the classes you wanted to do. Like that's kind of.
I did. No, I started getting them, and then I just was not having it.
You told me that they were making you watch YouTube tutorials. Like you are YouTube tutorials.
I was making tutorials, and they were watching like frame rate. I was
see that, but that's a testament though that a lot of times don't be afraid to teach yourself stuff too. Like you can teach yourself a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And that's one problem I had about film school is there's a lot of kids there who are doing this for the first time and trying to see if they like it.
That was one issue I had. So like
it's weird.
Like, it was weird too for me because when I've been to like a fair amount of programs with like young people over the summer. Like that's why I met Shot by Kiva. I met him at UCLA.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I met Shot by. I remember we were both two very young directors. Now he goes to Chapman for film, but I think he's really talented. And we met.
He's at Chapman right now?
Yeah,
I thought he was in the Bay.
He's a freshman. He moved down there. He's in college. He's a year above me.
That video he did with Rich Rocco was sick.
It's really he's really talented. And I think I met him at UCLA, and what we found down there was like the music videos. What's really nice about them is they provide you a way to always work and practice. Because I get to shoot like. There's no like I know a lot of other young people who want to be directors, but none of them are shooting like twice a week or something like that. Like just because like if I had to only shoot short films, like I just wouldn't have the ideas like that.
Yeah.
So like, and we met down there, and like a lot of people who go to film school, like they've never tried it before, and I think that's a horrible idea.
Yeah, it's horrible. You could definitely find a way to get onto a
like
set.
I went to Wells Fargo to get a new credit card, and I was talking to the dude there, and I was talking to him about like, because he saw that like people did depositing a lot of money into my account like through Venmo.
Oh yeah.
He was like, why do you have a lot of Venmo stuff? Like I think he was like, I don't think he think I was a drug dealer, but he was just
kind of snoopy.
He was curious though. I was like, you have to like, but I was like, I'd shoot videos. I was like, and he was like, oh, my daughter wants to go to film school. Like she's applying to schools. Like, do you have any tips for her? And I was like, has she filmed anything? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, she should film something before you're gonna pay all this money because you can't pay. You can't pay someone to like give you like passion like.
Yeah, you got to see if you like it first. Yeah, there's tons of opportunities, especially now with Instagram.
With Instagram too. Instagram, like social media, I hate social media, and I don't like the fakeness of everything. And I feel like social media has like made everything a lot more like insincere. But I also think it's also like kind of been like a equalizer, like a level. It levels the field now because with direct message and like all that stuff, like you can basically contact your favorite artist. And the only thing that's like stopping them from working with you is like just if your work's good. Like a lot of times, like artists that I've shot for that I thought like would never respond. Like with the band like Band Gang, I shot a video for them like when I was like, I've been listening to them since when I was like in middle school. Like and then like I never thought I would do a video with them, and I DM'd Lonnie, and then I mean Sheik did put in a good word for me, so big ups to him, But then, I mean, Lonnie responded, and we got to shoot, like, a video. And it's, like, a lot of times, like, it's kind of like an equalizer. Like, if you have good work, people will see it.
Yeah. My girlfriend commented and asked, compared to other kids your age, do you feel accomplished?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's, like, I feel like it's easy to just, like, look at stuff you did and be like, this is good. But I feel like, I guess I can say, like, I'm happy with what I've achieved so far, but I would say there's like a lot more. Like in terms of like being where I want to be, like I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. Like I like next year, like the stuff I have like planned and the stuff I want to do, like I want to do way more than I already have. Like, and that's another thing. That's like just the age thing. Like I think the question was like, being your age, do you feel accomplished compared to other kids your age? But it's like
you shouldn't compare.
I want to be compared to Tyler Casey. You know what I'm saying? I want to be, You can't compare to Tyler Casey. But you know what I'm saying? Like when I look at myself versus other directors, like I want to just be as good as their work.
I feel like you shouldn't compare yourself either. Like everyone's path and journey is different.
And every director too like functions differently. Like when you look at the other podcasts, all the people you've interviewed, like there's like they all have such different approaches. Like if you look at how like We the Party Sean does it versus how like Adrian Purr does it or something versus how like I do it or versus how you do it. It's like completely different. Like
facts. Do you need to get out of here, Berta, or are you good?
No,
you playing PUBG?
No, I'm playing another game.
All right. What was I gonna say? All right. She also asked. That's kind of the same question. Lucas Zambrano Films wants to know who was the first big artist that you shot with and how did it come about?
First big artist I shot with, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you would define big, but I would say like it was Toby. I think I already told the story a little bit earlier in the podcast, but I was at a party, sophomore year. I just got my camera, and I just went up to him I don't know why he was at the party. I think he didn't cause I'm from Berkeley, so we live in the same area. So I'd known about him for a long time, but I just saw him at the party. I don't know why he was there. Honestly, he probably like he didn't have shit to do or something. But I gave him my number, and then he didn't even reach out to me because I hadn't even shot any videos. Like I couldn't expect him to want to shoot a video with me. So then, but I shot a video for one of his friends, who's also one of my friends, Marcos, and he was like probably the second video I ever did. And then actually probably the third video. Second video I did was for my friend Curse. Who's still my homie. He's at all the shoots. I don't have a grip right now. He'll always give me rides and shit. That's another thing. You gotta build a good relationship with your friends, I think. And just like me and you as friends, like I feel like if I could call on you if I need something, you could call on me if you need something.
Yeah.
Like, and it's always good, I feel like, to just like, as long as you just don't fuck people over, like you can have pretty good relationships with other people. And then that's basically just how I managed to work with his friend. And then his friend showed the video to him, And then Toby when Toby first asked me for a video, he was like, "Could you do it for free?" I was like, "Nah." I was like, I was like, you gotta pay me $50. Like, I was like, you get, like that really would make that much of a difference. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, it was like you either pay $50 or you don't get my like pretty shitty video. And then eventually I was like, you know what? Like, hella people told me, they're like, dude, like his music's good. Like, he's gonna be successful. Cause I think it was before he even dropped like Boss Up, and he didn't even have any like.
Yeah.
So and then I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then now, like, we have a video.
Out.
We have a video
Yeah.
coming out on World Star. We have like I think a couple million to get. I think our videos have like 2 or 3 million total views.
That's cool.
So it's definitely don't be like me, and don't just think you gotta be a little asshole even though you haven't even shot like.
Yeah. I mean, eventually, I think it's fine to ask for like.
Oh no. Eventually,
like gas or even something
well,
like that.
Now it's like yeah, I'll need some like money or something.
Yeah.
But like it's like back then it was like. I don't know. I hadn't even shot any videos. Like I shot 2 videos.
Yeah, that's pretty douchey.
Like, I shot 2 videos before, like 3 videos. Like
it's good. Motion Beaver. That's
Motion Beaver. That's a cool.
You know them?
No, I don't know.
No, he's got hella questions for you. I don't know if it's a boy. How do you get that glow line look?
The glow. You know, so many people.
The glow.
If I had
the
a
806
if
glow.
I had $1 for everyone who asked me about
if you had an 806 glow plug,
I would have $806 if someone DM me for the glow. They would. Because every time one of my videos drops, I guarantee someone will send me the video and be like, "What effect is this? What plugin is this?" And they'll guess too. Like sometimes they'll be like, "I think it's this." Like I'm not sure. And like it's like a variety of different. I will say though, you put me onto Red Giant Universe. I use Red Giant Universe a lot, and then I use Sapphire a lot. Yeah. And it's not one thing, but just play around.
Yeah, just play around. Make your own glow look.
Yeah.
Don't be like 806 Nick.
Don't use my glows, but like Red Giant, Sapphire.
Yeah, you can figure it out from there.
Like that's all you need to know. All
right, what stabilizer do you use?
Stabilizer I use
Motion Beaver still.
So it's just this is the equipment.
Shout out Motion Beaver.
Shout out Motion Beaver trying to steal my setup, I guess. But I use a Zoom Crane. I need a new stabilizer. What I think I like the handheld stabilizers.
You like the cause mono?
Yeah, I know you got the Ronin.
No, I have the Crane too.
Oh yeah, Crane 2. Well, I have the V2, not the Crane 2.
Yeah, I have the beefy one.
My issue with the V2 is that what I like about when you're using a Ronin or something like that is when you tilt up like this, the camera tilts up as well. Like
mine does that.
Yeah, but for some reason the V2 doesn't. Like
I think you have to change modes.
You can use you have to use the joystick.
No, you have to change to the second mode.
No, motherfucker, I've tried all.
You tried all the modes? Maybe it's that one then. I don't know.
I've tried all the modes, bro. I've even went into the app and
that's weird.
Changed like.
So you have to do it with the what's it called? Well, if you got the Crane
joystick.
2 and the Crane 2 is hella cheap right now.
I might just
because they're about to drop the Crane 3 and
really?
It holds more weight, so you can put bigger lenses.
Oh yeah, because I have issue too. Because I recently got as a Christmas present for my setup. I got the Sigma Art. The 35 millimeter.
18 to 35 or 35?
Nah, just 35 plain. Because that's for full frame. It has to be for full frame.
Okay.
So
they don't have 18.
They didn't even have Sigma. Didn't even have a Sony line for a long time. But
damn.
They just put in like for the.
Yeah,
full
Sigma
frame.
lenses is super sharp. All right, Motion Beaver also wants to know: do you use anamorphic lenses?
Fuck no. How much money do you think I have? Jesus.
Yeah. Motion Beaver.
Motion Beaver. I think you don't understand the cost of anamorphic.
Well, you can get. Andy's used them anamorphic filters on the front.
I've seen those. Yeah.
Those are cool.
Those are cool.
But they're kind of tricky to make.
Well, also
look
I have
good.
a full frame camera, so I feel like on a GH5 it's a lot easier to achieve anamorphic.
Well, you can actually get an anamorphic adapter, but
no, I don't use anamorphic at all. No, I don't. You don't need to use it. I mean, anamorphic looks great, but
Illy on the fly. What's the craziest story you've had from a music video shoot?
I don't know. I hope my parents aren't watching the podcast because I have some fucking stories.
It's up to you.
I don't know. I mean, I have some interesting stories. I don't know. I'm debating whether or not I want to snitch on myself because I do have some interesting stories. I'm trying to find one that's like that'll be interesting enough to captivate the audience, but not so interesting that I get
grounded,
get my ass in trouble. But
yeah,
I'm trying to think. I mean, it's just interesting to see like the lifestyle of some of the rappers. Like it's definitely like I feel like it's just influenced me to like give a lot less fucks, I guess. I don't know. I can't really like I'm not trying to I have a story that I could talk about, but I don't want to I want to incriminate myself. I'm trying to think about one. Oh well, there was just this one. Sometimes I just sit there and I just wonder like what the fuck am I doing here? Like,
Yeah, yep.
like there was this
I'm
one
at
night on
that.
a Wednesday with the Isofer shoot with Lul G where we were at like a strip club. Like there was like a bar with like a stripper pole and this girl was like stripping. I was like, it's a fucking school night, Nick. Like you have an A-push test tomorrow. Like what are you doing? Like, and like there's a bunch of times like I remember like some funny behind the scenes stories. Like one time I was pretty there was a Lul G shoot that I shot and he was like pretty fucking drunk. Like
Yeah.
he got pretty fucking drunk at the shoot and just started waving the big Glock around. Just started getting kind of gangy. I'm trying to think about another time. There have been times where like police have came to shoots before.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably know though. Like it's kind of like the dynamics. You kind of have to change into like hello, this is a first school project. I remember there was one time I was shooting the Keep My Pole video for Boovie, which is a video, of course, about the title is Keep My Pole. Like it was super. I mean, now I try to stay away from weapons. Honestly, when I was first starting, I shot like a lot of more stuff with weapons and stuff because I thought it was like cool or whatever, and I didn't really like care. But now, we just had a conversation about this in the car right here. But like, you on more professional shoots when you're dealing with like expensive equipment in like a controlled environment, like
and like people's lives, like
people's lives too. Yeah, cause when it's just you, like for me, I don't even know. Like I wouldn't say that I care about myself less than my people around me, but like for me, it's my choice. Like if I want to be in a situation like that, like I'm a rap director, like I understand that something might happen, but it's like if you're having an entire set and a crew, like
so unprofessional.
Yeah, so unprofessional. But nah, I don't know. I mean, I try to like during that video, the Keep My Pole video though. We were chilling there. There were a lot of guns, and then I'm of course like actually, this is a funny story. My parents made me talk to a lawyer at one point because I am a Jew, so of course we had to incorporate a lawyer somehow into the situation. But they were upset, and rightfully so. I mean, if I were my own parents, I'd probably like beat my ass. Like I had like some guns in my videos, so they were worried at first about the legal implications. So they were like, I talked to a lawyer, and he was telling me like, if you're in a car with someone with a gun in the car and it's not on their person, you can be like charged for that. And ever since then, I started like driving all the shoots like just to make sure I wasn't like. And then they are saying like if it's on their person, it's good. So like we were at the shoot and I knew that the guns were all on their person. Like I knew that I would have been fine, but the police like they drove by, like we're in East Oakland, and they drove by, like, and we had like and. He had to tuck like an AR-15 into his pants. Like.
Jesus.
But since then I wouldn't condone that though. The story is not to say that there's anything cool about guns. And if the police had came, it would have been horrible. And I would probably be fine, but it would have been it would have been fucked. And I would say like since then I was a lot younger too, and I just didn't have as like judgment. And since then I've tried to like steer away from that type of thing. Yeah. Not that, I mean, it's your choice. If you're a director and you want to have guns in your video, that's good. And prop guns, I don't really think I have an issue with. And I don't know, but I'm trying now, I would say, to like.
Making more of a conscious.
And I feel like. Conscious effort. Because it's just the risk versus reward.
Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like also like just having an open line of communication if an artist does want that and if you're not comfortable with it.
It's good too. I learned now, a lot of the times what would happen is I would say to myself, like, I'm trying to do it less, but then I wouldn't really talk about it before the shoot. And a lot of times just communication with artists is important before, like, I've seen, like, a lot of times, like, when I first started, I wouldn't really, like, I would just be like, all right, here's, like, the shoot, like, here's the time, date, whatever, like, that's it. But now it's, like, and then I would have disagreements about the price. So I would, like, I've been, like, when I first started, I got scammed out of money before, like, not that much. It was $50, okay? Like, it's not, but it was still, like, I feel like it's good now, like, you have to talk before you see a client, like. Yeah. And you want to know what the shoot's going to be about. Exactly. You're going to know what it's about probably. I hate getting DMs that are just like, how much for a video? How much? Not even for a video. $3,000. Like. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, I'll respond with a price range. Like, I will give a price range. I used to have a price range in my bio, but I feel like that was like, made me look unprofessional. So I was like, cause I don't know. I'm not about the money, I'm about the love. But also, I do like money as well. But like I get a lot of DMs that are just like, how much, like, and you can't answer that. Like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to answer that? Because like the budgets we use on shoots, like there's times when I've spent like like the Quando shoot was $1,000 to rent the Airbnb, $1,000 to rent the camera, like that type of stuff. Like you can't just say how much, like you can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I have no context.
So if there's one thing you take away from watching this, is don't DM me how much. Just give me details, song length,
details, and that's with anything. Whether you're DMing, if you're an artist and you're DMing a videographer or just anything, I don't know, and get to the point as well. I think is really important with DMs.
True. Don't just DM me like, "Hey, what's up with it?" Like I get like I have the DMs are just like, "What's up with it?" Like
a lot of people, especially when you're DMing really big people, they don't have time for that.
Yeah,
so you really gotta.
I want to get to a point like I don't respond to those DMs, but what'll happen is I won't respond to them, but then like unless I'm like if I do like it's because I'm like down bad. It's like because I need the money. Like
yeah.
like most times like if you said what's up with it and I responded with like, are you looking to book a video shoot? Just know that I didn't have that much money at that time.
All right. But yeah, we can do the segment real quick.
What's the segment?
It's a short little segment. It's basically like what gear you would recommend, like someone out starting
gear. What's the setup? What's the 806
what's the
setup?
Yeah, it could be your setup or a
setup I would recommend.
Setup you'd recommend for someone to start out.
I'll give the opposite of.
What was it since you were in high school? What was like a decent amount of money that you feel like you could invest?
It depends. I saved up and I bought the camera I have now. Basically, I've had this camera for 2 years and it's fine, but. Like,
well, they could get that camera now at a cheaper price.
Probably, yeah, and it'd probably make me kind of sad. But you could get an A7S series. The A7S series. What I'm really waiting on is the A7S3.
A7S3. Yeah.
But I don't even know if that's going to come. But I would say.
What about A6300?
Yeah, that's a good series. I would probably recommend that if you don't have a lot of money as a camera to get at A6300. Honestly, like, you can just get the original A7. You don't have to get an A7S2. You could just get the original A7S.
Yeah.
For pretty cheap.
I think the A6300 has better autofocus though.
Yeah, I'm running into some issues. I just do manual focus even though I have autofocus lens. I'm trying to look up the price though.
On the 63.
I'm trying to know the price of the original A7S versus 63 because A7S used price because you could get it for. No, there's no way.
How much is it saying?
That's not possible. Nah, I feel like this is just like a joke deal.
Let me see.
Oh, it does not function. Well, why are you selling some shit that doesn't work?
That's Adorama. They sell hella weird stuff.
No, I'm trying to find
So the 6300's looking around brand new. That's $750. So that's pretty cheap. You could get them used for around.
How much is it?
The what?
A63 or
it's around like $750 new, $600.
The A7S is like 2,000 new, but you can get it used from like 800, 900. That's what I got.
Yeah.
And honestly, like that's either one to work. The thing is, I just like the full frame look because what I like to do is a lot of times what I'll do is if I don't have time to switch lenses, this is a tip.
Yeah.
I'll switch into APS-C mode, and then you can just if I want to get like 2 takes really quick, I'll just switch into APS-C mode, and then it's like almost like a different lens. Like
you basically get like an in-body crop, so it's. Your 24 turns into a 50, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And
so you get like a 2 times.
But what I recommend is for the camera, I wouldn't say. I know you're a Panasonic gang, but I would say I'm Sony gang. So I would say A6300. I know a lot of people still use that camera, great camera, or A7S, the original one, probably around the same price you get them. And then stabilizer, you don't need one really. You could, if you want one, Z and Crane, you can get it for dirt cheap. Or I heard the Moza Airs are cool. I don't use them. Or
even the Ronin.
Yeah, Ronin. So that's gonna be expensive. So you could get a Sony of some sort, A6300 or A7S. Stabilizer wise, you don't really need one. Yeah. Tripod if you're really on a budget. Tripod gang or just handheld.
And then probably what lens?
And then
just like a
lenses, I started off a Rokinon 35mm 1.4. I've used that lens for damn near all up until last month when I got my Sigma. Up until then, I was just using the Rokinon 35, and then I was using I think 50mm 2 is a lens that you need. I think people sleep on it. People sleep on it. I feel like there's a tendency. I've seen a lot of videos where it's all wide angle lenses.
Yeah, that's what Adrian Purr was saying. He's like.
I think it's cool. Like, and it's because for the longest I didn't even have a 50 millimeter.
Yeah,
like when I first started, I really just had I just only had the money for a 35 millimeter.
Yeah.
1.4, but like it is important, I would say, to get like a wide angle lens and get a 52 because it's like it gives you a variety because like you don't want your video to just be like
one look
just Ronin wide angle shots for like the whole video.
Yeah, you're not gonna stand out because
not at all.
You just want to stand out from your peers, I think, as well.
Exactly. I try to have my own style with my videos, like you know, like I don't know, I'm still trying to find it, like I would say I still like look at a lot of people for inspiration, but I think it's also just important to like look at other directors for inspiration, like and movies too, and just like
movies.
Definitely, I think so you would want to get like a 35,
I'll list it all out,
50
below.
And then maybe get the lights. I use the Aperture Amarans still.
Yeah, the Amarans.
They're cheap. I'm trying to get some Quasars too, or maybe I don't know. I really like those color spikes that Hatch had.
Color spikes are sick. Yeah,
I think they're worthwhile. I might ask for that. It was my birthday coming up. I might have some.
Those are pretty cool. Yeah, color spikes.
It's my for the birthday money. Should I try to get the color spikes? I'm thinking. I'm looking for some new light. I don't know what new light.
I don't know. It's up to you. But
I'm thinking, what lights are you rocking with right now? I know you like the Quasars.
I like the 120D. That's like my favorite.
Of course,
light
that's
right
the
now.
signature Tyler light.
Yeah, since you claim that you started VHS in the Bay.
No, it's you.
No, I didn't. But
I'm kidding. Yeah, VHS.
I started 120D in the Bay. Aperture 120D.
Because Rob got one, and then
I got one. Hatch got one after me. I put Hatch on it. Andy got his after me, even though he got his
it's
separately.
a good light, though. It's a good ass light.
It's a solid light. And then Stewie Films got hella people got on it.
The only thing is it battery? Is it battery?
You have to buy V-mount batteries for it. The same ones that go on the Reds.
Uh-huh.
So, and they last about
then maybe I might just say fuck it.
And it's got the lightning effects.
Should I get 120D or should I get the color spikes? I don't know.
120D, bro.
Comment below. If
that could be the ending, what's it called? The secret message. Comment below, color spike or 120D.
Well, I feel like people don't even know what color spikes are.
Well, look it up.
Because that's a slept-on light. Like, I saw them on set, and I was actually pretty surprised because they were started as a Kickstarter. So,
yeah. So look up the color spike and let us know.
Or
what
get those like $8 lights that you're selling off Amazon, like the little.
Yep. But yeah, sick. Yeah. What can we look forward? What can we look forward from you in the future, and where do you want people to follow you?
So you guys can follow me on Shop86Nick at Instagram.com. If you're not already. No, let me do that shit again. One sec. So you guys can follow me at Shop86Nick on Instagram. Mm-hmm. You can contact me through email at shop806nick@gmail.com if you're interested in booking a video, or if you have any questions.
And then what can we look for?
And then of course,
in the future.
And then stay on the lookout for a video with Lil Candy Paint coming soon. The Baghdad video with Pimp Tobi is going to be dropping on WorldStar very soon. And a bunch of new stuff I have. I'm just trying to think. I have so much stuff that I'm editing through. I have a video with Curil and Nef the Pharaoh coming soon. Want War.
Should be sick.
It's going to be sick. It's edited, just waiting on the release. I have a bunch of other shit. I'm trying to think. The Quando Rondo video still has to come out.
Sick.
We're trying to fandangle a WorldStar release on that, but it's kind of a hard process. That's about it. Bunch more stuff.
Sick.
Tyler Casey podcast dropping.
Tyler Casey podcast. That's the end of the podcast, guys. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, make sure to comment color spike or 120D below. Make sure to leave it a review on iTunes. That would be appreciated. And I don't know if you can leave a review on Spotify, but make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you get notifications when they drop. Follow me on Instagram so you can also ask questions for the podcast members. Get your questions and name featured on the show. I'm Tyler Casey. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Good podcast.
Ow.